this up?
Every now and then, people ask themselves, how the heck did we get here? Now, I'm not talking about the birds and the bees. I'm talking about how big pile of nothing suddenly turned into what we call today the universe. Scientists have been trying to figure this out for years, and thanks to Georges Lemaitre, a Belgian priest and physicist, we now have an explanation. Now, most of you probably have heard about the hypotheses of the primeval atom, better known as the Big Bang Theory, suggesting that the universe had a beginning as in expanding by the second. He wasn't the first person to have this idea, and it was actually Russian physicist Alexander Friedman who played around with Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity field equations and realized that it all resulted in an expanding universe. Now, Albert Einstein was not happy at all. He believed in a static and eternal universe. So, you know what he did? He invented a cosmological constant and added it to all of his equations to eliminate any possible expansion. It's as if he put a barrier around all of his equations and shouted, "No, no, no, you can't touch this." It wasn't until 1927 when Lemaitre calculated Friedman's solutions and realized that he was indeed correct. And also he worked on Hubble's theory and noticed that the distant galaxies were moving away faster and faster. Using all this information, in 1931, he came to the conclusion that the universe would reach an infinite density and temperature at a finite point in time in the past. All of this meant that the universe must have begun as an incredibly small and dense point of matter known as a primeval atom and is expanding. Somebody better tell E.T. if he wants to call home, he better call collect. Not a lot of scientists like this idea because they claim that it presented a definite moment of the creation of the universe, and it was too religious. And once again, Albert Einstein did not like this idea at all. In fact, he told Lemaitre, "Your math may be correct, but your physics is abominable." Finally, in 1933, Albert Einstein and Lemaitre attended a series of seminars in California, where Lemaitre presented his theory to the audience in detail. Finally, Albert Einstein stood up, applauded, and said, "This is the most beautiful and satisfactory explanation of creation that I've ever heard." Lemaitre finally got all the credit he deserved, and newspapers around the world named him the leader of new cosmological physics. So thanks, Mr. Lemaitre. Now that's what you call going out with the